Hi everyone, Cheryl Patton here from Cheryl's Art on Zazzle, and I'm here to give you my first update on becoming a vegan. I did that for a couple different reasons, health purposes, and also for um, animals and being friendly to animals and things like that. Anyway, when I first decided to do it, I was kind of at a standstill almost. It's like, okay, now what do I eat to get my protein and so forth? Actually, there's a lot of protein you can get just by eating plants. So that's not such a big deal. And then there's things that you can get like tofu, and if you're still eating bread, there's protein in that. And then, of course, there's protein in nuts. So there's a variety of ways to get protein. One thing I wanted to cover is there's some different ideas on out there about whether you should cook with oil or not. If you're wanting to get the oil out of your diet, I found out that you can saute veggies, get them started in the pan, and then even add a little bit of water to it or vegetable broth. And so there's different ways to cook the veggies and kind of get that same consistency in them. Cutting out oil doesn't have to be a big issue. So there's lots of recipes that still include oil in them. And then there's the whole food plants-based oil-free recommendations that you don't use the oil. So you can do your own research and find out what works best for you and what you want to do. And if you just want to reduce the oil content in what you eat or clear it out completely, there's some different theories on that. The ones that I checked out were Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn. Now, he recommends no oil, and he also recommends no nuts. And then there's Dr. Michael Greger. Now, he recommends a variety of nuts, and I'm not sure what his idea on oil is, but anyway, check that out and see what you need to do for you. For me, I'm cutting down the amount of oil, but I haven't cut it out completely. Sometimes I still use it in something, but I have reduced the amount that I use. Okay, and another thing I found out is vitamin B12. So some people say get supplements for B12, but I found that there's some products out there that are supplemented with B12. One is So Delicious Organic Coconut Milk. It actually has 120% of the daily recommended allowance for B12 in a serving. And then, let me see, there's Oatsum oat milk that also has B12 in it, I believe. I'm not positive on that. But then also nutritional yeast. Check the brand that you're using if you get that. That can be another source of B12. So you don't necessarily have to buy supplements. There are things to incorporate and get it into your diet without supplements. Basically, the general idea is to eat a rainbow. So there are so many different colors of fruits and vegetables. So eat a variety of colors. Daily recommendation is to eat greens. Sometimes I do that, sometimes not. One of the other main people I saw on YouTube, and he is also a doctor, and he's 100 years old and looks very well, says if you eat um, an item or a type of item, like within a 10-day period, as long as you get that item within every 10 days, that you're doing pretty well. You know, let me see. Dr. Michael Greger, now he has a recommendation for a daily 12, but I read further up on what he has written, and he said that is something to aspire to, but not necessarily something that you need to do every day. So if you don't get something one day, well, then get it the next day. So there is no real hard way that this is a certain routine that you have to do. is flexibility and doing what you think you need to do for your body. And, so I've been picking and choosing. I've gotten cleaner with my choices over the past few weeks. When I first was going to restaurants, I didn't always think about cheese being on the salad. I went to a restaurant, ordered a pizza without cheese, but then I also ended up getting a salad, but didn't think to say no cheese. So then I was pulling off most of the shredded cheese. But so anyway, there were different ways I was still getting some dairy in that I wouldn't normally once I, get further along and make better choices. Um, so some other interesting things is I've been doing some research and finding new recipes to try. So that's kind of exciting. One in particular I really like is the vegan creamy asparagus soup. And the creamy part actually comes from soaking raw cashews in warm or hot water for so long before, while you're prepping and cooking your asparagus and onions and so forth. And then you'll drain that and then puree that into your soup, and then that gives it some creaminess texture, and also depending on how far along your cashews are soaked, it might be a little bit more chunky in places. But it actually turned out really good. My husband and I both liked it, and the first time we had it, we both went back for seconds. So it's kind of exciting to try new ways of cooking things that I wouldn't have thought of before. So trying new recipes, cutting out the dairy, cutting down on the oil. I find that I am overall feeling better. I have found that my feet are actually more flexible and my toes are more flexible than what they were before. And in the last week, I got out the mini trampoline and started using that for some fun exercise, and actually ordered a rebounder. So instead of having the coils in the trampoline sides, it's got the bungee cords, and so there's a lot more bounce in it today. A lot more bounce in it. And it came today, so I've just tested it out, but haven't really done a routine on it yet. I've been watching videos to follow along with for that. So I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, I plan on staying vegan and finding more recipes to try and get more versatile in my choices and what I can prepare. And so that's it for today. And I will post again. It might be a week. It might be 2 or 3 weeks, but I will come back with some new updates and any new information that I've learned. And so you can check back and go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you like. And until then, take care of yourself and happy good choices to you. And you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.